You just booked your Virgin Voyages cruise, and you may have already made a mistake that could cost you hundreds of dollars. The mistake? Paying off the balance before your final payment is due. You see, until you have paid in full, if a new offer comes along with lower fares or additional sailor loot or maybe bar tab, I can reshop it for you and get the better deal. But if you have already paid in full, I may not be able to get you that offer. We sailed Virgin multiple times and we've seen and made many errors, including this one. So, along with that first mistake, we're breaking down 10 more mistakes we have seen on Virgin Voyages. And let's start with a money trap that could happen even before you step onto the ship. Mistake number one, the bar tab trap. Unlike traditional lines that sometimes charge you over $100 a day for a bloated drink package, Virgin uses a bar tab. You prepay for drinks, and Virgin throws in bonus money from an extra $25 up to $250. Here's where people mess up. They either don't buy one at all and watch their bills just skyrocket, or they buy way too much and they're scrambling at the end to waste the balance before their last night. Here's the math. Cocktails will run between $9 to $15 per drink. If you have a specialty coffee in the morning, they're around $6. So, if you have 3 or 4 drinks a day and a latte in the morning, you'll spend about $50 daily. On a 7-night cruise, that comes out to basically $350. If you pre-buy $300 bar tab, Virgin will give you $50 free, meaning your drinks would be covered. And here's a pro tip. Virgin lets you pool leftover bar tab balances with your cabin mates, so you can splurge on a luxury bottle of wine at the wake for your final night on board. But what if you're not a big drinker? Soda, drip coffee, and still and sparkling water are already all included, so a smaller balance on your bar tab would be sufficient and for especially coffee and the occasional cocktail. So the drinks are covered, but what good is a cocktail or a glass of wine if you're eating dinner at 10:30 p.m. because you missed an important timing window in your planning? Mistake number 2, the restaurant lockout. This is a big one. Virgin has 6 specialty restaurants. They're all included in your fare, but you need to make reservations for the restaurants, and the reservation time slots disappear fast. The timing for making your dining reservations is based upon the fare option you chose when you made your booking. The dining reservation window opens as 60 days prior to sailing for your premium fare, 40 days for your essential fare, and only 15 days prior to sailing for your base fare. If you booked a Rockstar suite, you get 120 days. Our tip, set a calendar alarm for midnight Eastern Time the day your window will open. The second it opens up, jump on the app. The Wake and Gumby Prime Sunset slots will go within hours. If you wait until you step on the ship to plan your dining reservations, you'll be left with a 5 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. slot, or waiting on standby to be seated, or shut out of your favorite restaurant completely. Insider secret here, if you're stuck with a 15-day base window, look out for Virgin's new shared tables feature in the app. It is currently only on selected itineraries, but Virgin will be expanding it to all of their sailings. It is an optional feature, and you can continue to choose private dining if you wish. But if you don't mind, or maybe even enjoy sharing a table at dinner and making new friends, you can be seated at one of their larger tables in the restaurant that may have otherwise been empty. And you get a better dining slot. Now, getting your dinner locked in feels great, but you can't make it happen if you ignore one piece of tech running your entire vacation. Mistake number 3, treating the app like it's an afterthought. No other cruise line relies on its app quite like Virgin. It is the central nervous It's the central nervous system of your cruise. You need it for your boarding pass, for your safety drills, fitness class, and restaurant bookings. There's even a secret shake for champagne feature. Shake your phone anywhere on the ship, and a bottle of chilled Moët champagne and flutes are delivered to your exact location. Yes, we've tested it. Yes, it works. And yes, it is totally bougie. The mistake here is waiting until port day to set it up. Well in advance of your sail date, upload your photo, passport, and health checks at home. Also, use the app to make those dinner reservations we talked about. If you don't, you'll be the person holding up the line at the terminal while everyone just sails right on through. And once you're on board, open that app immediately to book your fitness classes. Morning yoga and bungee workouts book up within hours of boarding, and you might want to check out the 80s VHS workout. It's totally legit and it's a lot of fun. And speaking of scheduling, there is one night on the schedule that catches first timers completely unprepared. Mistake number 4, sleeping on Scarlet Night. First timers think Scarlet Night is just a party where you wear red. It's not. It is the fleet wide signature event where the entire ship transforms. Pop up performers take over decks 6 and 7 and the rotunda. The pool deck turns into a massive splash party, and the night ends with acrobatics in the Red Room. The mistake? Showing up in t shirt and jeans. You will feel severely underdressed while everyone else around you is in dresses, red suits, or even wild costumes. Pack red. Embrace the vibe. And here's the golden rule: do not book a 7 a.m. shore excursion for the next morning. Scarlet Night goes late, and you will regret an early alarm. Which brings us to a major packing mistake. Mistake number 5: packing like it's a traditional cruise. Virgin has no formal night. Zero. Leave the tuxedo and ball gown at home. The vibe is upscale dinner in the city. A nice sundress or jumpsuit for women, button down blazers, or nice slacks for men will keep you in the dinner dress code. The packing mistake is skipping the themed events. Weeks before your sail date, the calendar on the app will let you know what the theme parties and events are. Aside from Scarlet Night, on night 1 is always the PJ party. People actually wear fun, themed pajamas to the top deck. It sounds bizarre until you're surrounded by hundreds of sailors in onesies, sleeve shirts, and silky boxers, dancing and having the time of their lives. Also, keep in mind, cabin closet space is tighter than you might think. Pack light and leave the extra shoes at home. And make some plans for some free stuff on board. Mistake number 6: missing the unadvertised freebies. Virgin includes Wi Fi, fitness classes, specialty dinings, and sodas in your fare. But people walk right past the best unadvertised freebies. There's free sail away champagne on embarkation day, a complimentary ice cream shop, and made fresh to order small bites at the dock. The hanger steak pita with the anchovy and mint sauce is incredible. You gotta try it. The biggest missed freebie, and the biggest missed freebie is the happenings cast. These aren't standard cruise directors. They're specially they're specialized hosts and performers who will frequently walk about the ship and interact with the sailors. You can talk to them and get to know them, and they sometimes hand out invites to private, unlisted events like intimate magic shows with the charmer or a pop up wine and food tasting. Even if you don't get an invite to the private event, getting to know the cast members will enhance your experience. We got to know the cowboy on the Valiant Lady and saw him again on a sailing with the Scarlet Lady. He actually remembered us and just kept the party going. Finding freebies is great, but let's talk about how to get free money and how people can completely waste it. Mistake number 7, wasting your sailor loot. Sailor Loot is Virgin's onboard credit. You might get it as a booking promo or through a travel advisor like myself, which, as of this recording, I have Sailor Loot, so contact me. You'll find my contact information in the description. The mistake, trying to spend it all before boarding or not using it all while on board. Sailor Loot cannot be used for pre-cruise purchases. You have to be on the ship to use it. So, but don't waste it on cheap souvenirs. Use it on experiences. Maybe a hot stone massage. How about a day pass to the thermal suite, which I personally love? Maybe a last minute excursion or getting a real tattoo at Squid Ink. Just remember, Sailor Loot is a strictly use it or lose it. If you still have $50 left on your final night on board, spend it at the shop because it vanishes the moment you disembark. And speaking of spending loot on excursions, there is actually an excursion timing trap you need to watch out for. Mistake number 8, the Shore Things timing trap. Virgin calls their excursions Shore Things because Virgin tries to create a more intimate luxury feel to their experience. Group sizes are kept small and curated, so they sell out faster than traditional cruise excursions. If there's a bucket list port activity you want, book it early in the app. You can start booking as much as 120 days prior to your sailing. And pro tip, Virgin ships often stay in port much later than other cruise lines, sometimes until midnight or even later. So make plans to explore the port beyond just your excursion. A lot of cruisers get back on the ship the second their 2 p.m. excursion ends. Don't do that, well, unless you wanted to book something in the spa. You have an entire afternoon and evening to explore the port ship, grab some authentic local cuisine, and experience the nightlife. Now, let's address mistake number 9. It is caused by a huge policy change Virgin has made and is currently confusing even experienced sailors. Mistake number 9, the new gratuity confusion. When Virgin Voyages launched, they had a strict no tipping policy because gratuities were built into the fare. That has changed. Gratuities now are a separate line item. It is $22 per person per day if you pay on ship. But here is the trick. If you prepay your gratuities before your cruise, the rate drops to just $20 per day. Because this fee covers the entire cruise ship, the entire crew ship wide, Virgin still discourages tipping cash on board. And my favorite, you won't see that automatic 18% added to your cocktail bill or spa services like many of the other cruise lines. First timers may take two errors here. They either stress out trying to tip cash at every bar, or they forget to prepay and end up paying the extra $2 a day on the ship. Prepay it, forget it, and enjoy your trip. Which brings us to our final mistake, the one that dictates whether you sleep peacefully or you're listening to a bass drop through the floorboards all night long. Mistake number 10, booking the wrong cabin location. Virgin's cabins have a sleek, modern styling, but choosing blindly is a gamble. First, the iconic red hammock only comes with your sea terrace cabins and above. If you book a Insider or Sea View, you miss out on what I think is the best spot to relax on the ship. Second, location is everything. If you book directly under the pool deck or right above the Manor nightclub, you may end up feeling the party through your mattress. Aim for decks 10 through 13, so you're sandwiched safely between other decks. Finally, Be aware that you are getting what you are getting with the lock-in rate. It's cheaper, and you may luck out with that sweet upgrade. But Virgin chooses your room, and you could end up with a metal-walled balcony where you can't see the ocean while you're sitting down, or the view you have is of a lifeboat. If room location matters to you, pay the upgrade to pick your own cabin. I can help you find a good cabin, as well as to avoid the other 9 mistakes and to plan the ultimate vacation. And remember, we have access to that bonus sailor loot that you won't find on Virgin's website. So click the links in the description below to contact us and start exploring your next Virgin voyage. And remember, nothing adventured, nothing gained.